Before solving by using the quadratic formula, you need to make sure that all of your terms are on the same side and your equation is equal to 0. So if I subtract x squared from both sides, I get 5x squared. And if I add 6 to both sides, I get 56. The equation's equal to 0, and that's why I can now use the quadratic formula. A is 5, B is 10, and C is 56. So when I set up my formula, x is equal to the opposite of 10, plus or minus the square root of 10 squared minus 4 times 5 times 56, all over 2 times 5. I would grab my calculator and type the part underneath the square root into my calculator. 10 squared minus 4 times 5 times 56 should give you negative 1040. 2 times 5 is 10. I would also grab my calculator and start checking factors of 1040, starting with the biggest perfect square that I could and working backwards. If you do that, the biggest perfect square that you can divide negative 1040 by is 16, so I split it into negative 16 and positive 65. We have learned that you can take the square root of a negative number, so the square root of 16 is 4, and the negative 1 becomes an I. The square root of 65 stays. And I can simplify this because I can divide negative 10 by 10 and get negative 1. And I can also reduce 4/10 to 2/5. The square root of 65 goes on top of the fraction, and the I goes at the very end so that my answer is in A plus BI form. Since this is a solution, I put brackets around it and I'm done.